Joining us on the same time zone, not too far away, I think, Wild Bill. Bill Whelan, how are you, Bill?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good this morning.
Excuse me. But where exactly are you? Are you in Ontario?
I am in Ontario. I'm on the far eastern side. I'm an hour east of Ottawa. I'm an hour west of Montreal.
All right. So I'm Toronto. So you're about 6 hours east of me.
Yeah, and I'm 1 hour, about 45, 50 minutes north of Cornwall along the U.S. border. And to the north of me, about another 40 minutes is the Ottawa River to the Gatineau Mountains. So we live in a little flat area. We were in rural Ontario with lots of farmland around us, and we have great neighbors. Good place to fly.
I was looking at the weather. I'm disappointed at Toronto right now. It's 8, 9, 10 degrees. And in Montreal this weekend, they had 19, 20 degrees. It was...
Yeah, we had the same weather yesterday. Yesterday afternoon was the first time we got to take out one of our new balloons. We never saw air in it before, so we put air in it yesterday.
Oh, wow. So Bill, Wild Bill, how did you get the name Wild Bill?
You know, I've had it since I was a teenager, but I have to earn it every day.
You got to keep that name going. You said on the email.
I'm an old guy. You know, I just turned 75 years old exactly 1 month today.
Oh, congratulations, Bill. Yeah. Amazing. You don't look 75, man.
I don't feel 75. I don't act 75. That's why in the wild part.
I hope I get to 75.
Good luck, man. Keep at it. Stay healthy.
I'm trying. Tell me what you're doing then. What's your work with balloons? What are you doing?
Well, I was started in ballooning back in '82.
Yeah. Chased
my first balloon, and I said, "Wow, got to do this again." And you know, I bought my first balloon in 1984, and then I was always in the heavy truck repair maintenance business for like 30 years.
You're in what? Sorry.
I was in the heavy truck maintenance business. We used to build and repair all kinds of truck equipment, trailers, everything. And then after I bought a balloon and you want to get it fixed or repaired, there was nobody around to check it, doing anything else. And next thing I know, I'm doing maintenance on my aircraft. I have a license from Transport Canada. I acquired that many years ago. And somewhere along the line, you know, when you're doing the repairs and stuff, you say, well, I can build a balloon just as easy as I can repair one. And so, you know, I've probably built more than 30 balloons. And when I first started in the hot air ballooning, there were no maintenance people around that knew anything about balloons. So you being the person I am, I said, I'm going to find out whatever I need to find out. And after you find it, but I have to get it signed off by another aircraft maintenance engineer. And back then there were very few around. I met a friend of mine that was flying balloons, and he was also a maintenance guy, and he needed to repair something, and he went to do the repair. And I said, there's an easier way of doing that. And he says, how? And I just reached into my toolbox. I said, how about this? And he goes, you need to be an aircraft maintenance engineer. And so today I am, you know, but that was like 35 years ago I did that.
So you're a fixed wing pilot as well?
No way. Why would you want to fly in something a hard body? Soft. Everything is a nice soft body aircraft around here, you know. Technically, you know, we don't land at an airport, so technically you crash land every time you land. If you don't return your aircraft to an aerodrome, then you're considered to be crashed. But it's a good time. We have probably built more than 30 balloons in the last several years. So, but I'm specializing in mostly special shapes and stuff.
To start to build a balloon, what an incredible process. I mean, tell me about your first one and how that came to be that you were going to build a balloon.
Well, you know, there's an experimental balloon meet down in the United States, and we went down there, and the first time I went down there, I watched all these guys do this stuff, and I went, oh my God, this is pretty simple to do. And then, you know, back then we didn't have a computer, we didn't have anything else. And when I first started building balloons, I mean, we used to use something called a slide rule. You know, that was what we used, a slide rule. And, you know, we used a pencil, we used an eraser, you know, it scraps the paper and away you go. And that's how we built our first balloons, by doing some calculations about how big everything was. And then, you know, the manufacturers back then were pretty good. They would tell us how they built different panels. You know, I see some pictures of balloons in behind you. You know, there's multicolors and everything else, but you know, the build process on the panels is just build a panel, repeat, going around.
Yeah.
So when we first built the first balloon, we'd cut, one panel at a time, which took us a long, long time. And then we go, let's just gang cut this stuff, So we just multiple stacks like they build clothing today. You build your pattern sheets, and you take big sheets of paper, you put them down, you do your calculations, and you build the pattern sheet. Today, if you can see behind me in my shop over here, we have a computer over here. We have a 3D CAD system. We have a big paper printer. The paper printer is the same size as our fabric. So if we want to do a panel, you just go into the computer, you punch up what the numbers you are, you say print, and it prints the pattern sheet. You go to the cutting table, you cut the pattern, sew it together. I mean, that's it.
The special shapes. Tell me about designing special shapes. How does that come about?
So some people are pretty good at it. They're really good at it. You have to be a little bit of a 3D mind, not linear. You have to think of 3D. It's not only what you see on the outside. So, I tell people that when they look at a special shaped balloon, not a character balloon. A character balloon is like, or an appendage balloon is a regular round balloon, and then they stick things on it to be whatever shape. But a real true special shape has internal walls, it has internal structure, it has everything that like you're building a house. You have to put all the things to hold it together. And inside that special shape is a balloon that's shaped like a regular round balloon with the appendages and stuff sticking out. So
yeah,
3 years ago I built my last name is Whelan, so I had to build a whale. So I actually built a whale. And what I loved about building the whale was that there was only two pieces of anything we built. We built a left and we built a right.
Wow.
And the only thing changed was the centerpiece where the nose came together. And that piece, we literally folded the fabric together, made the cut for the fabric. And then when you opened it up, it married up to the two other pieces coming from the other two sides. And then the tail was something else. So the whale actually has two load rings, and it has one in the top and it has one in the tail. Because if you look at the balloon, you'll see that it's a balloon turned sideways, but it's flat.
Right.
Pretty cool. So
where is it now? Do you just still have it? Did somebody buy it? Or
I don't sell them.
You don't?
No, I build them because I want to build them. I want to fly them. I don't ever sell one of my balloons. No way.
Wow.
I have them all sitting in the garage right behind me over there.
So how many do you have? How many do you have now?
I have at least 24 of them.
That's incredible. Have people tried to buy them?
Oh yeah, they try and buy them all the time, but I don't sell them. I build them because I want to build them.
Wow.
Yeah. This is like, I'm the eccentric balloonist,
What an amazing story. What an amazing story.
I don't know if you can see or not. Let me see. Can you see right behind me or not? So you can see all this big orange right here?
Yes.
Okay, so that's our latest and greatest creation right here. That's what I'm showing you there. So it has only had air in it yesterday, but we did not hot inflate it. So it hasn't been inflated yet. So I built this balloon. It's an alien. And I built this in recognition of my wife's advancements in aphasia. So my wife is a very, very well-known balloonist. Her name is Sandra Rolfe, R-O-L-F-E.
Yes.
And she holds 57 Canadian aviation records, and she holds 3 world records. So she had a major stroke 6.5 years ago. And on 2 occasions, they told me that she would not be alive in a few hours. But knowing the person that she is, she fought back. They told me she would never walk. They told me she would never talk again. But today, she's flown probably about 25 flights. She's had some incredible rip-out landings, and she's had, she's done some high-speed landing with me, and her vocabulary is back about 90+%.
Wow.
And she drives. And now we're just waiting for an aviation medical so that she can be able to fly by herself. And she's going back in the air.
When did you meet, and where did you meet?
Well, when I meet her,
Yeah.
My goodness, this is a true love story, man. I met her like 34, 35 years ago. We've been going out together for 20 some odd years, but we've only been married for 3 years. We only got married after her stroke.
Yeah.
Because I was her, she's my best friend. I'm her best friend, so we need to keep it together. And so this here balloon is when people see it in the next week and a half or 2 weeks when we launch it, this balloon is called aphasia.
Yes.
And aphasia is when someone has a traumatic brain injury. They, if it's damaged on the left side, if she ends up with aphasia, she ends up with another something called apraxia. That's how we pronounce the words. And then she's paralyzed on the right side of her body, but she still flies, she drives, she gets around, she walks. I mean, she does it all. She's my hero every single. Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic.
So we started building a lot of balloons like 15, 18 years ago. We built all her record balloons. We built all the baskets. We built everything here. We built everything from scratch. The only thing we get is fuel tanks. We just use regular fuel tanks, and that's what we use when she does her record attempts. So, but the rest of I built 2 baskets for her to be able. I built 1 basket for wheelchair accessible when she was early on, so she could put. I actually built it so I could take 2 wheelchairs. So most people in a wheelchair have a friend with a wheelchair. So why don't we fly 2 wheelchairs, not 1 wheelchair? So that's what I built. So we only used it 4 times, but 4 times were really good. And the basket my wife currently flies in has a door in it as well. And she walks in and sits on like a little flying harness, and away she goes. So all good.
What kind of baskets are you making?
They're just regular rectangular baskets. That's all they are, wicker baskets, But we made single flying hoppers. We made dual chariots, all that type of stuff. We're not too far away. I'll invite you down. You can come down and fly a small balloon. We'll take you flying in a little chair.
I think I will do that. That sounds amazing.
We have hot air balloons here that we built the complete system. Everything with fuel and everything else is like 150 pounds.
Wow.
The whole balloon system, everything.
Wow.
All of it. Strap it on your back and away you go.
Incredible.
We fly out of our backyard. All our neighbors around here are wait for the springtime right now. They're going to say, they're waiting for the balloons to get in the sky. They want to see what our latest creation was during the winter, because we always build something. So this winter we built this little alien balloon. So we want to see what it looks like too. It's pretty bright.
And what do you do locally? Do you do shows and fetes for people? Or
we travel a great deal. We bring our shapes to all the balloon festivals across Canada.
Yeah.
And we'll go from the East Coast to the West Coast. We'll see both oceans this year. We see both oceans every year. I mean, how lucky am I to do what I do?
It's amazing.
I felt myself very, very lucky.
Yeah. Do you stay on the road, Bill, or do you go back and home? What do you do?
Yeah, we try to cross home as much as we can. So we'll usually go up for a week, 2 weeks, and then we come back. But in come August, September, and October, we can be gone for 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks at a time.
Yeah.
Just keep hopping and hopping and hopping. And we got lots of friends in between. Oh my goodness. The ballooning community across the country is everywhere. And I get friends, they get bummed out at me for not stopping and staying overnight at their place, because you went by my place, but you're only 100 miles away and you didn't stop in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the community we live in,
Yeah.
So it's pretty good time. And all our balloons we make are all out of lightweight fabric, the same as you're a parachutist. So technically we're using parachute type fabric, but we ask a few other things to be done with it to make it more long lasting for our use. So the whale that I told you about before took us 2,200 hours to build it. Wow. Yeah, big time.
Where does your material come from?
Exactly. I never tell anybody where I buy it. It took me 8 years to find out who could build it. Yeah. And then they built sample fabrics for me. And then after they built the sample fabrics, we tested them all and they worked really good. And so, we never released the source of where it is, but if you want some fabric, we'll gladly get it for you. So we pay a premium price for a premium fabric. So we're not looking to buy, seconds or takeoffs or the rest of the stuff. We're usually ordering fabric for specific colors, and we have to order 1,000 meters at a time of each color. So sometimes your inventory on fabric is like sitting over here. So this year, last balloon we just made, it all came from inventory that we already had in stock. So because from other leftover projects.
Yeah. When you say we, how many people are working with you?
These are all the only people that come in to help us are our crew guys. Our people that crew with us and chase us and come flying with us. They come in here and all our neighbors come over here. Sometime weekends here, we can have 8, 9, 10, 11 people here because all our ballooning community come down. This is kind of like the social gathering place.
Yeah.
And they all come in and they all say, what are we doing? So we give everybody a task, and they could be here for 2 hours or they could be here for 10 hours. Who knows? Lunch is over there when you want it. It's make your own sandwiches or whatever else. The fridges are stocked with whatever. And, and it's just a big, ballooning community is pretty big and it's all friendly. And if someone wants to build a balloon, come on down here. We'll show you how to build it. So we've been teaching people here for, more than 20 some odd years how to build a balloon and how to do maintenance and repairs. The more information we give to everybody, the bigger the community gets, and they'll involve their friends, and that's how you get things to grow.
Absolutely wonderful. What a great life you're living, and helping everybody around you as well. It's absolutely wonderful.
So you're only like 5-6 hours away, so you're just gonna have to come on down the summer and just join us. We tell people come down for the day, stay for a week.
Brilliant. I will. I'm absolutely going to do it.
And every year in October, we have a big ballooning party where people come from all over the place. They come from the US, they come from all over Canada. They come here for the weekend, and we just fly all the time. It's a little potluck supper, and they start. So it's actually on like Saturday, but they start arriving on Thursday, and they leave sometime on Tuesday.
What's the conditions like where you are, Bill? What are your winds like?
We have 360-degree circle around us, and there's no PZs, there's no restricted areas. It's we're not in any airspace. It's just get up and go. You only have to talk to somebody if you're getting over 5,000 feet.
Yeah.
And most balloons I know are not over 5,000 feet. They're out there playing in the creeks and the valleys. We have just north of us, about maybe 3 kilometers away from us, there's a nice big bog. There's moose out there, there's bear out there. Man, I'm gonna tell you, Mother Nature is close at hand.
Incredible. And after the alien, have you got an idea for your next one after that, or your next few after that?
Well, of course we do.
Yeah.
We have on our drawing board probably somewhere around another 2 or 3 that we could come up, and you disregard ideas for, you say, oh, this will work, that won't work, what'll be popular, what won't be popular. What my biggest thing is what's going to make somebody laugh. Like I want to put a smile on their face when they're going, what the hell is that? And they go, oh, okay.
You like the Santa Claus of ballooning.
I don't know. Yeah, sure. We do a pretty good Christmas parade. I tell you, the people in the village is just not too far away from us. They wait for us to participate in their Santa Claus parades, because we bring out 8, 9, 10 different balloon baskets and put them in our trucks and trailers, and down through the parade we go, firing our burners off, and the whole town comes alive. Wow.
It is beautiful. I'm so amazed that you're not doing it as a commercial enterprise. You're doing it for
I did the commercial stuff a long time ago. I was flying 200 hours a year in the year doing flying commercially. But look, at 75, I want to play. That's what we do. We play. If I'm going flying with my wife. She's my best friend. She's going flying.
Fantastic. Well, Bill, it's really been a pleasure to catch up with you. I'm definitely going to come down there with my camera, and we'll have a tour through the facility and do some chatting about the preparation and the building as well. And like you say, maybe I'll come for a day and stay for a week.
You'll like what we built here, because we just finished putting a little addition on our place, and we put a bigger garage on the side so my wife could be inside, and so she wouldn't have to deal with the weather during the winter. Yeah. And on the other side, I put up need to expand our living room a little bit, so I built a you know what a grain silo is?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's our living room.
Right.
24-foot circular living room. It's just a grain silo. People go by and say, is that a grain silo? Yeah, we live in it.
Wow.
You have to be centric on the side,
Yeah.
That's part of the wild part, you see? That's the part of where I got to earn my day.
Wild Bill. Hey, thank you very much, Bill. It's been a pleasure talking to you. It's a good place.
All right.
And I'll keep in touch, and I'll definitely see you soon.
We'll meet again. Thank you.
Again, thank you.